Hi, this is Pete Madsen, and I'm here to talk about my lesson on Kelly Joe Phelps in open tunings. Kelly Joe Phelps is a complete package. He's a great guitar player, great singer, great songwriter. From his first recordings like 1995's Lead Me On, he played in a lot of different tunings, but I'm going to focus on his playing in open D and then in open G. He played in open D lap style. And then he later on decided he was going to abandon that kind of style, and he switched to open G, playing basically a resonator guitar just like this one, and playing bottleneck style rather than lap style. So I'd like to look at a little bit of open D style, but play it in bottleneck style, like so. So I have to make some minor adjustments here in order to play some of those things. And then we'll switch to open G tuning, which is more reflective of his playing more recently. So let's start in open D tuning. I am in D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. This is open D tuning. It's a major D triad. D, A, D. Then we have F sharp on the G string, A, and D. So I'm tuning the strings down to get to that. And like I said, Kelly Joe, when he played in open D, played lap style. So we're going to have to make some compromises here as we focus on playing this in bottleneck regular style here. So let me play this lick from the House Carpenter. This is example 1. It goes like this. A lot of Kelly Joe's style is based around alternating bass, for playing here over the 6 and 4 string. And much of the slide playing is done on the 1st and 2nd strings. I believe Kelly Joe, when he plays bottleneck style, uses a brass slide. I'm using a ceramic slide. He does wear it on his pinky, and this allows him to be able to fret notes with his other fingers. And we'll see when we get to G tuning how he will actually play notes behind the slide. This first example from the House Carpenter is played very quickly. It's around 225 beats per minute. I can't play it that fast, but just to go through it piece by piece, we start at the 7th fret, sliding up to the 12th fret, then go to 2nd string 12th fret, then we're going to go down to the 8th fret, then down to the 5th fret. And then the tag here is, so I'm doing a little hammer on, and then a slide onto the 1st string. Okay, so let me play that again. Okay, the next example 2, also from the House Carpenter, which was on his album Shine-Eyed Mr. Zen. This is where he starts to climb up the fretboard, and I'm a little bit limited here because my guitar joins the neck joins the body at the 12th fret, and I'm going to need to play notes up at the 15th, and then later on I'm going to be able to play the 17th fret. So I'll show you a couple of different examples of how I navigate that. Example 2. We're coming up to the 15th fret on that 1st string. And you'll notice I'm slanting my slide a little bit to get that note on the 2nd string. Then we come back down to the 1st string, 1st and 2nd string, a backward slide, and then a forward slide from 11 to 12 on the third string. Put that all together. Okay, so that's getting up pretty high. The hand can come up here. You can actually bring the thumb up. Most of the time for slide playing, I like my thumb behind the neck so I can get some control and get nice vibrato. But when you need to, your thumb's going to come up. In the next example, example 3A, I'm going to show you one way of playing with the slide. And in 3B, I'm going to show you another way where I use my fingers to play the end part of the lick. So here's example 3A. Do that again. I'm coming all the way up to the 17th fret, and I notice my whole hand is coming up over the top of the guitar to get there. If I was playing lap style, I could get that, with the bar fairly easily. But seeing how I'm playing bottleneck style, that's a little bit problematic. So in example 3B, here's a workaround. I fret those two notes that I was on the 4th and 3rd string. Now I'm on the 3rd and 2nd string and using my fingers to play that. Okay, so that was 3B. Okay. Kelly Joe had stopped playing slide for many years, and then with his 2012 recording, The Brother, the Sinner, and the Whale, he came back to playing slide in open G tuning bottleneck style. So this is kind of a shift for him. We were used to hearing him originally playing on lap style. Now it's bottleneck style in open G tuning as opposed to open D tuning, lap style. So these next group of examples are taken from that 2012 recording. Example 4 is an example from Down to the Praying Ground. So now I'm in open G tuning. The notes are D, and then G, D on the 4th string, G on the 3rd string, B on the 2nd string, and D on the 1st string. So now I'm in open G tuning. So the first example, example 4 in open G tuning, is from the song Down to the Praying Ground. Okay, this is a great little section. I love this. He's sliding on the 2nd string, 2nd to 3rd fret, and then backwards on the 3rd string, and then a little chord takes over. Throughout this record, Kelly Joe would actually use this chord quite a bit, or some variation of this chord. It looks like a normal C chord, but because the 5th string is tuned down, it's actually a C7 with that B flat in the bass. Just a really nice sound. Okay. Example 5. Actually, the next few examples are from the instrumental Spit Me Out of the Whale. And let me play it and break it down a little bit for you. Okay, now he's combining these series of hammer-ons with some slide notes. We'll pull off there. Now we get into this idea that he exploited a lot on this album of playing slide notes behind the slide. He's sliding into a C chord, and then So what he's doing here is he's got the slide covering 5 strings at the 5th fret, and then the first finger will come and play this F note at the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So in order to facilitate getting that note to sound, you obviously can't be pressing down too hard on the slide. So what I do is I tilt the slide up just a little bit so that when I press down on my first finger, that note sounds. If I have the slide too much in contact, even with my finger down, I won't get that note to sound. So I just tilt it just a little bit. So let me play example 5 again. In example 6, takes the idea of playing notes behind the slide even farther. Let me play this one for you. He's using the 5 chord, the D, and playing a bunch of notes behind the slide. It goes like this. Do that again. Tricky. Starting off with the slide covering 4 strings, then I'm using my middle finger to fret the 6th fret, first finger to play the 5th fret, back to tilting the slide back down, then middle finger to play the 6th fret on the 2nd string, and then first finger plays the 5th fret. Do it again. Cool little trick. It just sounds great. It flows really well. You're getting notes while keeping the slide in place. It's very effective little maneuver. Both Mike Dowling and Toby Walker do similar kinds of things in their playing. I would check them out as well, but they do it a little differently. So that's how Kelly Joe does it. Okay, example 7 is a nice descending line he does with the slide over the 5 chord, alternating the bass between the 6th and the 4th string. Okay, so that one, I'm sliding up from the 5th. I'm doing double stops on the 1st and 2nd string, 5th to 7th fret, back to 5th fret, then 3rd and 2nd string, and then fingering rather than using the bottleneck on the 3rd and 4th fret of the 3rd and 2nd string, and then a series of hammer-ons. In the song Talking to Jehovah, it's Kelly Joe's take on sort of the walking blues, death letter blues kind of lick. And it goes like this. Okay, so he's sliding up to the G note there, pinching at the same time on the 5th string. Sliding up on the 3rd string, 4th fret. So, excuse me. Okay, so that's basically his version of walking blues. Kind of recycling that lick. What I'd like to do next is something I put together called the Blue Whale. This is example 9. And taking some of the ideas that Kelly Joe has used in open G tuning and piecing it together in something that's hopefully a little bit original. So let me play this for you. Okay, so the ideas here is just kind of basically a 1-4-5 chord progression. Taking this idea of playing behind the slide, but I brought it up to the 12th fret. My G chord is kind of laid out here with the slide. And then I'm basically playing the 10th fret on the first string and the second string while I'm alternating the bass. And then I'm going to play the 5 chord, which is a D. Play that again. So I'm only using the slide to bar 4 strings here. Alternating the bass between the 6th and the 4th string. Sorry, play it again. I'm going to come back to my 1 chord. A little descending line between the 12th, 11th, 10th, and 9th fret. And then we go to our 4 chord, the C. Again, playing a note behind the slide between the 3rd fret. And then using this descending line. A series of double pull-offs. Let me play that whole thing again. So there's some of Kelly Joe's playing in open G and open D tuning. Like I said before, he played on a lot of different types of tunings. But for his slide playing, especially the bulk of what he's done lately, it's in open G tuning. A lot of playing behind the slide, tricky stuff, but it's really enjoyable and a lot of fun to play around with. So I hope you enjoy that, and go listen to Kelly Joe. No better resource than hearing it from the original. Thank you.